Welcome to my OD News channel. Daughter of polygamist cult leader Warren Jeffs opens up about her father sexually abusing for years starting when she was just 8 years old. Rachel Jeffs, the 33-year-old daughter of polygamist cult leader Warren Jeffs, sat down for an interview with Megyn Kelly on Friday. Rachel made the shocking revelation that her father sexually abused her starting when she was just 8 years old. She says the abuse continued even after her mother confronted him when she was 10 years old. Rachel says her father also showed her pornography as a child. At the age of 16, Rachel wrote a letter to her father, explaining how he hurt her. She says that stopped the abuse and her father appeared defeated. Rachel escaped the cult with her 5 children in 2015 and has written a book about her experiences which is due out next week. Warren Jeffs' sexual appetite for underage girls knew no bounds. One of the polygamist cult leader's daughters revealed Friday that she was molested by her father for several years starting at the age of 8. Rachel Jeffs, 33, told Megyn Kelly that it all started when her father, the head of the fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, called her into his office one day and exposed himself to her. Very shockingly, father started abusing me sexually. First, presenting what a man looked like. And then, he started sexually abusing me, as a young child. It was so against his teachings, so against what he had taught us, I didn't know what to think and I just felt terrible. I didn't know why he was doing it, the mother of 5 said. Rachel says her father abused her, way more times than she could count over the next 8 years. Rachel says she told her mother, Jeff's second wife, about the abuse when she was 10 years old, and felt like she couldn't handle it anymore. Her mom confronted the so-called prophet of the FLDS church, but the abuse continued. Rachel says her father would even take her to bookstores to look at pornography. As a very young child, he would take me in there and sit me in the children's section and bring a book over and force me to look at pictures of pornography, she said. Rachel says she finally got him to stop molesting her when she was 16, after writing him a letter about how much he had hurt her. After I confronted him and let him know how I felt about it, I was shocked because the reaction was one of defeat. I'm sorry, you know. That's what he said. It was a different father than I ever knew, she said. But the nightmare for Rachel didn't end there. Within 2 years, Rachel learned she was being married off. He comes home and says, Rachel, you're getting married to this man, Richard Allred. And my first thought is, I'm glad it was a young man. I was afraid I was going to marry an old guy. We had no choice. I was grateful to have a young man, she said. On her wedding night, Rachel says that her father came up to her and told her to ask her husband for a baby that night. But Rachel wasn't ready, so she didn't follow her father's orders. Luckily, her husband, who already had 2 wives, was understanding. He was kind. He wasn't in a rush. He was nice to me. He was a lot different than my father, she said. Please subscribe, give us thumbs up, like and share. Thank you so much for following us on my OD News channel.